Good morning or afternoon. Today we are looking at number 29, 4 to the beat. Now, the first thing that you probably notice is that 16th notes, these things right here, are introduced for the very first time in your book. Now, they may look to you at first glance like some sort of form of advanced alien technology, but they are indeed not. They are just faster than eighth notes. If you look at them, the beams, 4 of them together represent one beat, much the same as eighth notes. So 4 of these represent one beat together, and then with eighth notes, 2 of them represent one beat, and then this quarter note equals one beat. And if you look at this measure, here's one beat, you know, because of the beams, and then this measure right here, one beat, and then no beams, so one beat. All right, here, one beat, one beat, one beat, and then the final measure, here are the beams, one beat, and one beat. Okay, now if you think about how your foot is going to move for 16th notes, we know that if you are tapping a quarter note, that equals a downbeat and an upbeat. So that means your foot down on the ground and your foot up in the air. That is a downbeat and an upbeat, one beat together. With the eighth notes, this note would be your foot down, and this note would be the upbeat, so that would be your foot up. So foot down, down, up, one, and. Now for the 16th notes, that changes a bit. So if you want to compare the 16th notes to eighth notes, the way that you would count them would be 1, E, and Now that sounds a little crazy, but it does help us keep up with where we are in the music. So counting 16th notes would be 1, E, and Now if you think of the way that we count eighth notes, that would be number and. For 16th notes, 1, E, and, which means that here's the 1, here's the and, here is the number, here is the and. So that means that each eighth note could potentially, if extrapolated, contain 2 16th notes. So that means that these 2 16th notes would happen when your foot is on the ground, as in the downbeat. These 2 16th notes would happen when your foot is in the air, so the upbeat. So 1, E, and would translate to down, down, up, up. So foot down, foot up, foot up. 1, E, and 2, and 3. So down, down, up, down, up. All right, so this measure would be counted 1 E and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 E and 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1 E and 2 and 3. Now, all in all, learning 16th notes for the first time, this is a pretty decent introduction. That being said, this particular song also has a key signature that happens in the key of concert A flat. So for the trumpet, that means you're going to be playing B flats and E flats, also for clarinets and tenor saxophones. So right here, an uncommon note for us usually, E flat, and then right here as well, E flat, and then a high one also. That is going to be an E flat. Okay, and of course, for trumpets, clarinets, and tenors, B flats here and here. Okay, now let's look over at the flute part. If you play trombone, baritone, or tuba, or percussion, you're going to need to listen in on this as well. So you are going to have 4 flats. So that's B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. So you're starting off with E flats. No big deal, we play those every day. Right here is a D flat that we do not play very often, so D flat, and then going back up, boom, here is a high D flat. If you're a trombone, baritone, or tuba, you're going to see this D flat as well, but it's going to be in the bass clef. So watch out for those, and of course, watch out for these A flats. This song is I don't want to say difficult, but it is different because you're playing 16th notes as well as playing in the key of concert A flat. So what I recommend for you as we move forward is that where most notes we tongue with a da syllable, I recommend that you tongue with a da or a la syllable. So if you think about it, if you're tonguing 4 16th notes in a row, they're going to happen fairly quickly. So saying ta 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 seems a little bit more difficult than it needs to be. So if you change that syllable to da 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 or la 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 la, you can play that more smoothly and more quickly. And if it's going fast enough, the casual listener would not be able to tell the difference between ta 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 and la 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 la. So use a softer syllable for the 16th notes and then go back to the ta for the 8th notes and the quarter notes. So as always, have fun on this one. Good luck. And if you have any questions or concerns, please ask your teacher.